Imagine a lonely island, battered by storms, where three men simply vanished into thin air. This isn't fiction. This is the true, unsolved mystery of the Flannan Isles Lighthouse. In December 1900, a relief ship sailed towards the remote Scottish island, expecting a routine handover. But as they approached, something was wrong. The lighthouse was dark. The flag wasn't flying. An eerie silence hung in the air, broken only by the cry of gulls and the crashing waves. When the crew finally forced their way inside, the scene was even stranger. The lighthouse was deserted, but it looked as though the keepers had just stepped out for a moment. A half-eaten meal sat on the kitchen table. The beds were neatly made, but a single chair was overturned, as if someone had jumped up in a sudden panic. The clock on the wall was frozen, stopped at exactly 9:08. Searching for clues, they found the lighthouse logbook. The entries described a terrible storm that had raged for days, a storm so fierce the men, all seasoned keepers, were terrified. One wrote that the head keeper, a tough, quiet man, had been crying. Another entry described the men praying through the tempest. But here's where the story takes a chilling turn. Weather reports from the surrounding area showed clear skies and calm seas on those exact days. There was no storm. So, what were these men so afraid of? The investigators found that 2 sets of waterproof oilskins were missing, suggesting 2 men had gone out into bad weather. But the 3rd set was still hanging on its hook. Why would one of them venture out into a supposed storm without his protective gear? It made no sense. The final log entry was cryptic and haunting. It simply read, "Storm ended. Sea calm." God is over all, and then nothing. The log stopped. The men were gone. Extensive searches of the island found no sign of them. Not a single body was ever recovered. Theories began to swirl. The official explanation was that a freak wave had washed them out to sea. But how could a wave reach the lighthouse perched over 150 feet above the water? And why would all 3 men be outside at the same time against all regulations? Local legends whispered of something far darker. Some said the island was home to ancient, malevolent spirits. Others believed the keepers saw something monstrous rise from the depths, something that drove them mad or dragged them into the sea. Over a century later, the lighthouse is automated, its light sweeping across the empty sea, but the mystery endures. Sailors still tell stories of strange lights flickering in the abandoned tower on stormy nights, and some even claim to hear ghostly whispers carried on the wind. What really happened to those 3 men? Were they victims of a natural disaster, a shared delusion, or something beyond our understanding? The Flannan Isles keep their secrets locked away, leaving us with one of Britain's most haunting, unsolved disappearances. Thanks for watching. If you're fascinated by mysteries like this one, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss another story. See you next time.